Good morning, this is Liji, and today's topic is on history for class 7th, and the title is Towns, Traders and Craft Persons. This chapter is about the emergence of new town. Emergence means growing up of new towns during the medieval age, emergence of trade between India and other countries, and emergence of different crafts and technical know-how related to different crafts. Many towns which were emerged during this age were administrative centers, temple towns, centers for economic activities and craft productions. It means different towns used to perform a number of functions which led to economic development of the city. Most of the towns used to perform administrative functions like mandaps were the towns of Chola dynasty, and kings used to hold courts to issue order to the subordinates. Many towns were also famous as temple towns and pilgrimage centers. Rulers used to build temples to express their devotion to their deities. They used to give grants and lands to the temples, but with the passage of time, small towns were emerged around these temples and they became an pilgrimage center. After 8th century, India was dotted with many small towns which were emerged from the large villages, and people from adjacent areas came to use these towns to buy things of daily use. In later times, even Zamindar built a fortified palace in these towns. Fortified means a fence. Many types of traders and were during this period used to make guilds to protect their interest. Some of the famous guilds were Manigramam and Manigramam. These were some communities of our country which were Gujarat traders, Marwadi Oswals, Hindu Baniyas, Muslim Borhas were some of the example of trading communities. Trading communities used to do trade with other countries through the port of Red Sea, Persian Gulf, East Africa, Southeast Asia and China. They used to sell cloths and spices as foreign countries and used to bring back many other things from these countries. Many communities were also there during that age which were related only to particular caste like Bidaris, Vishwakarma communities, Saliyar, etc. These crafts were specialized and had independent craft markets. Hampi is a city located in Krishna, Tungabhadra basin where was the nucleus of Vijayanagara Empire. It was founded in 1336 and was well fortified city. Hampi was famous for its architecture because buildings of royal families had splendid arches, domes and pillared halls with arches for holding sculptures. Temples of Hampi were the hub of cultural activities and temple dancers used to perform before the gods. Mahanavami and Navaratri festivals were important festivals during this period. Towns of Mahabalipuram is also situated here. Surat was known for its retail and wholesale shops for selling common textiles, cotton textiles. Textiles of Surat was famous for their gold zari market, etc., where they used to sell their products in Asia, Africa, Europe, etc. Many of the cities like Bombay, Calcutta, Madras, that is Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai emerged in the 18th century. Later, these became the most important commercial centers of subcontinent. Now, what are temple towns? Temple towns are famous for its temple, example Somnath, Kanchipuram, Madurai, Tirupati and Somnath. The various other important words is guilds. What are guilds? Guilds are association of people of any particular craft which they made to protect their culture. What is urbanization? The process by which city developed during this period from rural to urban methods is called as urbanization. What is a mantapa? Mantapa is a pavilion or places where kings used to hold meetings. What is a black town? It was established by European companies where merchants and artisans of Indian origin used to live. Now, the one main question is, why do you think the towns grew around the temple? Generally, temples were made by the kings to show their wealth and devotion towards their deity. They also give grants and land for temples. With this, temple became very rich. That is why temple authorities started to use their wealth of finance, banking and traders. Slowly and slowly, large number of priests, artisans, workers, traders started working near the temple. And slowly you can see this could be, all these market was a good one. In this way, towns grew near the temples. How important were craft persons for the building and maintenance of temple? Craft persons were very important for the buildings and maintenance of temple, because temples of those time were very beautiful, and not only stone carvings but also had gold and silver domes on them. So without these craft persons, it was not possible for the kings to construct and maintain such a large and beautiful temple. So the role of craftsman is very important during this period. Now coming to the craft production in cities like Calcutta was different from that of Tanjavur. Now, city of Calcutta was basically developed by European. Demand for goods like textiles had increased, and that's why craft like spinning, weaving, bleaching, dyeing, etc. were of great demand. Indian textile designs were refined, but in Tanjavur, craft was very much different from it. Weavers used to produce cloth for flags which were to be used in temple festival, fine cotton for kings, and mobility and coarse cotton for the masses. It means that the craft of Tanjavur was at its backward stage, but the craft in Calcutta was at an advanced stage. Some of the important functions of town. There were certain functions in town, like they were centers of administrative units, there were temple towns, there were centers for commercial activities, and there were centers of craft production. What are the type of economic activities of Tanjavur? The town of Tanjavur had many markets for selling grains, cloth, spices and jewelry. Some of the weavers of Tanjavur and the adjacent areas used to make clothes of three types. First cloth was for flag to be used in temple festival. Second was fine cotton for the kings and nobles, and the third was a coarse rough material for the masses. Sculptures were also used to be made with exquisite tools like bronze tools, tall commercial bell near temple, metal bells. Many big temples were there in Tanjavur, and large number of people settled there to meet the needs of the pilgrims and other people. What are the importance of towns and pilgrim centers? Temple town shows important process of urbanization in which city developed very quickly. Temples were centers of economic activities and of social activities of the people. The kings used to build temples to show their devotion to the god. Kings also used to give time, land, money to carry out rituals, celebration of festival, and food for the pilgrims. Temple towns used to express the wealth and devotion of the king. Generally, they were centers of attack by other kings. So, temple and pilgrim centers were of great importance during those days. What were the distinctive features of architecture of the Hampi city? The Hampi city was the capital city of Vijayanagara dynasty. It was founded in 1336. It was fortified and no mortar or cementing agent was used in making of the walls of the city. Techniques in the making of it used to be stones together by interlocking. Buildings of royal complex were beautiful arches and domes. Pillared halls with riches with gold and silver deities were found during this period. And next we will come to the administrative centers. Tanjavur was the capital city of the Chola dynasty around 1000 years ago. It was situated near the river Kaveri. People used to listen to the bells of Rajarajeshwara temple. The temple was made during this era. Tanjavur was basically a temple town, and because it was a capital, that's why many places grew around it. What do you know about the city of Mahabalipuram? The city of Masulipatnam. Masulipatnam is situated in the delta of Krishna river, because of which it is very important in the Andhra coast. Why Indian traders were forced to work as agents for European companies? Initially, many Indian traders like Mullah Abdul Ghaffur and Vora used to trade with Western countries, and they had number of ships to do trade. But the European East India companies were formed in different Europe. These companies took over the Indian market. Thank you.